I'm James Bridges with Survival Edge Lights. The model that you're looking at here is the S plus R A2 by 509 Tactical. Now, for ease of use, I am going to say the SR A2, but on the packaging, and you'll notice here, even on the body of the flashlight, it does say S plus R A2. That's for search and rescue, which is the design for this particular flashlight. Now, this flashlight, as you can see, it's 7 inches in length. It's actually anodized all aluminum construction, but what you may notice here in the video is just a little bit of color difference between the tail cap here on the body and then the head of the flashlight. That's because the middle section of the body is actually rubberized, certainly providing for a different level of grip. I actually think where it would come in most handy is if you were in conditions where it's extremely cold or if it was in the snow. It'd be nice to have the rubberized grip as opposed to the cold aluminum. Now, on to the aspects of this flashlight. The A2 coming from, at least in my opinion, coming from the fact that it uses 2 batteries. In this case, 2 AA batteries. The nice aspect about this flashlight is these are included with your purchase. Now, as I turn it over here, as you'll notice, there's you can see obviously the aluminum construction, but you also see this little plastic spacer in here, reducing the rattle of the batteries. It's been nice to see more and more manufacturers take into consideration keeping a solid contact point and not allowing for as much play in the aspect of the batteries making contact with the body of the flashlight. Nice little feature to have. So I'm just going to put the cap back on here, and we'll go on to one of the other aspects that I think is particularly neat with this flashlight. Now, I am going to try and turn it on right now, just because I do want to show something that I ran into in my earlier testing. Oh, in this case, it works. Prior, I had actually screwed this all the way tight, pressed the on button here at the tail cap, and it didn't turn on. And I thought I had screwed it down pretty tight, but I just did one extra tighten there, and it worked just fine. Here on this take of the video, it worked just fine, but I did want to bring that to your attention, only because I thought initially there might be a problem with the flashlight. Now, as you'll see here, the button is located on the tail cap, and as you can see, it protrudes here from the end, so that will prevent it from standing on its tail cap. I do want to make that known. I actually do like the fact that it has an orange button on the end, especially in the case for search and rescue. If you were out, dropped it, let's say it was getting a little bit low light conditions, happened to drop it, makes it a little easier to locate. Of course, if it's pitch black, you better hope the light's on so you can find the light. As far as the LED, it does use a Cree bulb, which most of them do these days. It's an XP G8 LED, and in this case, has a maximum output of 237 lumens. Now, I do want to say, I kind of put this in the no frills category. I don't think that's a bad thing, but in the case of this situation, with 237 lumens maximum output, you don't have any other brightness levels. You just have maximum output. And in that case, it operates for just over 2 hours, and I believe they, on their testing, ran into 2¼ hours at its maximum output. And that's really your option here, is 237 lumens on all the time. As far as the button on-off usage, the very direct on is very simple. Just depress and it's on. One more click and it's off. It does have a temporary on, so you can just briefly hold down the button and you can let it go. You don't hear the click on that particular one. One item that I do find particularly handy, and it's a really simple implementation, is the lockout feature. In this case, you'll see it here at the tail cap. This is the locked symbol. This is the unlocked symbol. If I just rotate here, now it's locked. So if I have it in my pack, clicking away, and it rubs into something, it's not going to burn out my battery. Pretty nice little feature, a very simple implementation, which is why I think it's particularly good to note. Obviously there, I just turned it back. Now I'm back in business. So pretty nice twisting lockout function. I do like it when manufacturers of flashlights implement some sort of locking mechanism, especially as when you dump it in a gear bag, and it can be bounced around and can hit something very easily. You just don't want to burn up your batteries. So with 237 lumens maximum output, all aluminum construction, nice rubberized grip, kind of I would say in the nice practical no frills category, that's the 511 S Plus R A2 flashlight. Continue to read on, find out more, and see if this is the right light for your next adventure.